Hello, hello, friends. How are you doing today? Really, how are you? My name is Kirsty, and this is it expired? It's September 1st today, friends, and you know what that means? It's the start of spooky season. Whether we want it to be or not, it's here, and I'm excited, and I've got the outfit to go, and I'm really looking forward to it. Now, let's backtrack here. Let's get back on task. I'm going to make this a short and sweet one. I've got things to do. I've got things to cook, and I'm behind this weekend. I'll be honest. Yesterday was kind of a write off, and that's fine. We need those days sometimes. Here is my disclaimer. As always, please don't use expired makeup. I know what the potential consequences could be. I could get a rash, a breakout, an infection. Things could happen. And so I don't recommend others do what I'm doing. But the reason I'm doing this is because I have been collecting for 13-ish years, a long, long time, and I can't justify simply throwing out a product because it's old. I know they have expiry dates, I get it, but I do test things like the scent, the texture, the performance, and I do patch tests to make sure that I'm not going to react to these products prior to putting them on my face. So keep that in mind. I do take some precautions. Let's go back to last week. Let's see what I pulled. Let's see how things are doing. I did get a couple of looks, which was nice. I had a couple days that were a little more relaxed. I wouldn't call them relaxed. Work has been a little bit chaotic, and that's fine. That's a-okay. But when that happens, I don't always take the time at 5 in the morning to get ready. It's just, I can't do it every day. Work from home. I don't have to. But I enjoy it. And when I actually can get my butt up that early, I do enjoy having that me time before work. But with that, let's just see what I pulled last week and go from there. Let's start with this. This is the Complexion Pro Foundation from SheGlam. It is meant to be a matte foundation, but I find that it is a little more skin-like than a true matte foundation, which I prefer. I can't use ultra matte. I have normal to dry skin, definitely drier come fall, winter, spring. So it worked for the summer. It was great for me. But still, if it would have been like ultra crazy pro matte, I can't wear it. I just can't do it. It doesn't work with my skin. This is in the shade Nude. I've had it for, I don't know, 2 years maybe. It definitely has some use. There's some windowing happening. This is not on my immediately need to finish list. It's a couple years old, but it's not nearly as old as some other foundations in my collection that I want to use up first. But it's fine. I like it for the price point. Fantastic. And it's just going right back into my collection. Next here I have my Shany Cosmetics loose pigment in the shade 19. These are just numbered. It's just a nice pink pigment. It's pretty. It is. You put a little setting spray and it really gives you a pop of shimmer on the eye. So I do really like these. These are 12, 13 years old. They're old. They're so old, but they're loose pigments. So there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the ones I've been playing with. And I just want to bring these out more. I don't know if I'm ever going to finish a loose pigment. There is so much product in these, but at least I know I'm getting my money's worth. I'm trying, and I got some fun looks. I liked playing with this, so it's going to go home. Let's move over to my Smashbox Contour Palette. This is probably 8 years old, at least. Maybe 9. Might be 9. And that's fine. Honestly, I have so much use on it at this point. The highlight is completely gone. The contour has a big old pan in it. And I gotta work on that bronzer. I do. I know. This is something that I do want to finish probably by the end of next year. It is in my drawer of the almost finished, so it's easier for me to grab. It's kind of just right there. I think it's, other than my Benefit Hoola, which is also almost done and just like crumbling apart, those are the only bronzers that are in that drawer because nothing else is anywhere near. And it's fine. So I like using these. It's something that I know I can use up organically, even though I know it's old. It still worked fine. Still like it. So it's just going back into that drawer, and hopefully my goal is to have this totally done by the end of next year. This is my Soul Body highlight in the shade Pink Champagne. It's really, really pretty, but it's really, really big. This is probably, I don't know, 3 years old, something like that. It's not terribly old. It's fine. It's just, I'm never going to use this up. This is so much product, but I like using it. I do. So it's just going back into my collection. Hopefully something that I grab more. It's so large. Why? It is a body highlight. Yes, I get it. I just don't wear body highlight. I am not the intended customer for this because I bought it strictly for my face, which means it's going to take me 16 lifetimes to get through this amount of product. But it's fine. It's fine. It's just going to stay in my collection, and hopefully at least I can get some really good use on it before visual or performance things start happening with this. But as of now, everything is fine. I'm going to put the couple of looks I did up here. Like I said, I did a couple. It was a busy week, but I got a couple in, and I did really like them. I had fun. I did. That's all that matters, right? Have fun with your makeup. Okay, I'm going to move on. All right, let's move to this week. This is my... Ooh, I got that highlight everywhere. I am going to be covered in glitter for the next 3 to 5 business days. This is the She Glam Ready Set Primer. I have 2 alternate versions of this. One is a gel. This one's just like a basic cream eye primer. It's fine. Do I think it's life-changing? No. It's okay. It provides a nice base. The issue with this is that it does crease pretty much immediately when you put it on, so you have to like re-pat it out before you start going in with shadows, and then it sets it, and it's a process. Do I think it does what it's supposed to do? Well enough. I am not wearing makeup for like 12 to 16 hours. I'm usually wearing makeup for like 8 to 10 tops. So it does what it needs to do for that time. This is probably 2-ish years old. I can't tell how much is left in here, but I have definitely got a lot of use on this in the last couple of years. I don't even know if it's that old. 1.5 years, maybe? It's gotten some love. I visually could not say how much is left in here, but it is something I know I will eventually use up. So, this is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder in the shade Taupe. This is 8 or 9 years old. It's old. Now, I hate this. I've always hated this. Every time I use it, I think, damn, I hate this. And I'm at the point where I am not going to use it this week. I know I'm not. I'm just not a brow powder person. It's not for me. I like a pencil and I like a gel. That's what I use. That's what works for me. This, I just feel like I would be digging in my brush to get any product. It wasn't dark enough for me, even though it's taupe and I'm blonde. You couldn't see anything. And this isn't it's because it's expired thing. I hated this from the day that I got it. I've always very much disliked this product, and I know for other people it's for a more natural look. I get it. There is a consumer for this. There is a market for this product. I am not that person, and I am learning that, and I'm not going to fight with this for the week, and I just don't care anymore. So, I'm done with it. I'm done. Moving on. This is my Nars Unlawful blush. This too is about 8 or 9 years old. I got it when I worked at Sephora. It's gotten some love. There was a hair there. It's fine. It's gotten some love over the years, for sure. There's a bit of a dent. It's a beautiful neutral color. Now, it's not a summer color, so it's very lucky for me that I pulled it this week, because I think for autumn, gorgeous. It's a gorgeous autumn color because it's just soft and neutral, but it is a little bit dark and sultry almost. I love it. I love it so much. So I am really excited to use it. It does have a glitter to it, so it's, again, not going to be for everyone, but I feel like this time of year is the time and place for this. So I'm really excited to use this week. It's old, but it worked beautifully. It gave a lot of pigment, but blended out still absolutely stunning. So I am really excited to just use this and give it the love that it deserves. Next, if we're not completely and entirely sick of these, because I know I am, this is my Stila Lip Glaze in the shade Cranberry. Like I said, I think I have 14 of these. I don't know why. They are all 8 or 9 years old. They are so freaking old. And my goal for these, maybe not this one, I mean, it's getting there. It is about half empty. My goal for these in general is to finish 2 this year, and then I'd like to finish a couple more next year. I really want to get these out of my collection organically, and I know I can because most of them are half empty. I've used them over and over throughout the years. They are doing fine so far. I have not picked one that's been weird. They've always been a very sticky consistency, though. Like, when they're on your lips, they're fine, but if you move at all and your hair is anywhere near them, it is going to stick to it like Velcro. That is my one thing with these, but that's gloss, right? Like, that's fairly normal for gloss. It's going to have that sticky aspect, and then my hair will get stuck in them, and then I'll pull it, and then I'll have just streaks of lip gloss all the way up my cheek, and that's how I look as a person most of the time. Kind of just a mess. It's fine. That's what I want to do with these. I'd like to finish some of them up, so whatever. Honestly, I am using one of these pretty much every day anyway, so it'll just be this one this week. And let's see how much use I can get on it. Just start this whole segment over. We're gonna reboot here. This is my Morphe 9-pan palette in Lavendaze. This is, I think, I don't know, 3 or 4 years old. It was, I think, my very last online Morphe order. I've just never done another one, and Morphe has very much lost my interest. It's one of those, and I know they almost went under. I know they pulled all their physical stores. At least ours is gone. The storefront's still there. I noticed that when I was around a couple weeks ago, but the store is gone. And I know there was a whole lot of controversy, and when all that happened, it was just also like the creativity and everything went from the brand. Nothing has intrigued me. They have brought out a couple new things, but I'm just not wowed. And I don't know if I ever really was, but I wanted to try them because they seemed very similar to, like, ColourPop at the time. Just colorful. The shadows are nice. I give it 7.5 out of 10. Are they the most astounding shadows in the world? No. But they're easy to use. And the shimmers are nice if you use a setting spray with them. You're going to get a lot more pop, a lot more sparkle. If you use a setting spray to put them on, they're okay. I don't mind using them, and I do really like this palette. I think it's pretty. I like that there's some more cool tone purples in here, and I'm excited to use that for this week. It's things, again, that I can always pull companion palettes and single shadows and play with a lot of different things, and I love doing that. I don't feel intimidated by this color story, especially with the thought of being able to bring in other things with it. Is it underwhelming? A little bit, but I know that I have things that can go with it, and I can do a lot of different things. So I'm looking forward to using this. I don't think I would purchase from Morphe. I have no interest in purchasing from Morphe anymore. I have seen a ton of stuff at, like, Winners, and I've gotten a couple things, like, here and there, but I haven't even picked anything up from Winners from this brand in, like, 2 years? Something like that. It's just, I don't know. There's just too many other things out there, I think is where I'm at with Morphe. If they came out with something totally new and revolutionary, you know, I would be interested, but we haven't seen it. But that's everything. That's it. That's all. Yeah. I think it'll be an okay week. You know what? I'm honestly glad to get that. Ooh, he landed right next to my dead spider that I have to vacuum up. I don't want to go down there and grab it now. But I am glad to get that the brow powder out of my collection. I really am. It's been one of those things that I've always just been like, I'll use it. It's something I could use up. I'll use it. But every time I actually put the product on, I hate it so much. It is not a product I like using. I don't enjoy it. So I don't want to just have it in my collection and resent it. I don't want to use it because I literally have to. I'm going to declutter it. And that's fine. It's time. It is probably expired anyway, but I always disliked that product, so whatever. Anyway, that's it. That's all. That's everything. It is a long weekend, both in Canada and the US this weekend. So have a happy long weekend. Have a wonderful day, evening, long weekend. And I will see you all next time.